Very good.
Ciao. 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 Hey, lovely to meet you. And you. Oh, very good, thank you.
Or like if I'm walking in the canteen, he said, "Oh, Scottish man."
You've just got to have a pizza named after you.
Okay.
Pizza there.
Alright. Does it taste good? You haven't tried it?
Guys, thank you so much for your time here. I have to say, in these troubled times, it's been a really nice kind of feel-good story seeing two Scottish boys kind of planting the Sultar and the summit of Serie A. First, Ché, you topping the table with Torino in the early weeks, and then Scott McTominay and Billy Gilmour with Napoli of late. Fantastic to see you doing so well. And also because it was such a shock to see you both there. Ché, was it a big surprise when Torino came in for you?
Yeah, a little bit. I mean, I know there was some interest there start of the summer, and I let things kind of play out and just took my time in deciding. And then, yeah, I think it just come to a time where I thought it was the right time, and I'm thankful that I took the opportunity.
Right. No, definitely. I mean, what a huge opportunity. I mean, you've earned it with the incredible career you've had. You know, you're paying your dues all the way. Did you ever think, was that something you always wanted to do, go abroad?
I think it was always there in the back of my mind, yeah. I think I just wanted to, just try something different in my career, because everyone knows, in football, it's a short career, and, to maximise it as best as you can. Yeah, when the opportunity came up, I was, up for taking it.
Brilliant. There's only so many times you can play at the Vitality Stadium.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Indeed. Billy, you'd always, I think, is that right? Always thought about having a spell at least abroad?
Yeah, of course, Premier League was the dream. And so when you keep playing in the Prem and you see the opportunities from abroad, thought it would suit my game, either Italian or Spanish League, and the opportunity came up, and as soon as it came up, I was 100% trying to get myself there.
Has it lived up to your expectations so far?
Yeah, everything and more. Being there the first couple of games and seeing the fans, the atmosphere, the city, it's incredible. It's a proper passionate club and city that just love football.
Yeah, yeah. Well, I mean, you're familiar with that coming through in Glasgow as well, but I think they're really excited to have their very first ever Scottish player there, no?
Well, me and Scotty, yeah. Me and Scotty are there, and don't get us wrong, it's been a great start for us, and we're loving every minute of it. Working hard and trying to learn the language, settle in and the culture, and hopefully in the next couple of months we'll be able to speak a little bit more.
Right. How is the language going, Ché?
Yeah, pretty similar.
Tutto bene.
Yeah, similar. I've got my own teacher.
Okay.
And yeah, just taking lessons every other day, and it's a difficult language to kind of understand. But I think when you're there for a certain amount of time, you'll get used to it.
Right. You've got at least some other kind of anglophones there. With Scott, obviously, Romelu Lukaku, Conte himself. But does anyone at Torino speak English?
Most of the boys do.
Do they?
Yeah, to be honest, except the manager. He takes everything in.
So he actually played in Scotland but doesn't speak English?
Yeah, no, he can speak English, but
right.
I think to the main group he just speaks Italian, and I think it helps as well. Hearing the words more, consistently, it helps you pick words up slowly. Okay,
what words have you picked up so far, Ché?
Similar like Bill, tutto bene, grazie, prego, all the basic.
Billy, what have you got?
Basic, very basic.
Can you order food in a restaurant?
Pasta, pizza.
Yeah.
I mean, simple. Yeah. Nah, but it's just more so when you're going in the morning, you obviously want to try and show to the boys that you're taking an interest.
Right.
You don't want to just keep speaking English, and I'm sure they respect it when you're trying. And of course, we're going to mess up with the language sometimes, and yeah, they have a laugh, but they know you're trying. So for us, it's an eye-opener for sure.
Right, but I imagine in a professional sense, in terms of the football, you need to be able to communicate, no? You need to be able to. So how do you do? Does everyone just use the kind of international football language?
Well, yeah, you could say so, but to be honest, you pick up a lot, as Ché was saying, in team meetings. You pick up certain words, and from the analysis, and you can hear words and you hear it on the pitch, and just because you're around it so much, you start to pick up and you start using it, and
Right.
at first it does feel a bit strange because you're saying and you're like, oh, is that right or is that wrong? But
Yeah.
you've got to get used to it and start applying it, I guess.
Right. Well, the key words being like Gilmour.
Uomo, man, solo,
Right.
cambia,
Right.
attacker, spazio. So, no, picking up stuff as you go. And it's a good thing, so
Yeah.
keep learning.
It is a real culture shock, though. I mean, I know it's amazing. There was a quote from Lewis Ferguson where he was saying, it's great country, great food, great people, great club, but there are massive changes as well. When you came back now to Scotland, have you talked at all about some of the stranger things you've had to adjust to?
I think it's just, the day-to-day things, really. Obviously, setting up bank accounts, sorting bills out, they're quite, difficult because you can't really communicate and how you want to. And even like day-to-day, you can't really bring out how you are as a person, personality-wise, because, you can't speak the language. So
Right.
I think it just takes time, and you just get used to it after a while.
Yeah. It's a bit lonely.
Yeah, it can be, definitely. But then I think, it really knuckles you down and gets your head right in terms of, just you're there for football and you're there to do a job, and it's just a drastic change. But I think all the boys that went over there have, are thriving now. So before 11 o'clock, you have a cappuccino, but anything after that, you go to prison.
It's amazing, actually. I mean, the level of Scottish success across Europe, and in Spain a little bit as well, but mostly in Italy, from kind of Aaron Hickey onwards. Everyone's been doing so well. Do you guys feel very proud about how Scotland is representing right now?
I think so, yeah. I think, it just opens everyone's mind up and shows that there is possibilities for, for people to go abroad and enjoy themselves and, take on a different challenge, because I think it's easy, to stay in your comfort zone and stay where you know best, but really expanding your life and the life skills you pick up along the way is massive.
Okay. And you're right in the centre of Turin as well, which is beautiful old.
Yeah. I'm right in the centre. Yeah. So they've got lots to do and different things to see. So I'm trying to unlock the map of Turin at the minute.
Very nice. Very nice. What about Naples? How much have you seen of that, Billy?
First couple of weeks I was in hotels, so
Right.
I was right on the seafront. Very busy. Of course, with the yachts are coming in as well, the boats, and everyone's coming up to see the Maradona stuff and something.
Yeah. You've been round.
I've not done it yet. I want to go and do it when I'm back. I mean, I'm excited. I've been to a couple of restaurants, and the people are so nice, and everything is all Naples, and make sure you do well with Napoli. And
right.
So they're just football in the brain, and they speak about all the good days with Maradona, and of course they want the team to do well. So it's a city that's real pure to get a proper togetherness.
Right. Glasgow as well, and London and Brighton. There's a lot of passion in those cities as well. Is Napoli really different to, say, Glasgow?
For me, I would say so.
Yeah.
In Naples, it's Napoli. And everyone's by Napoli. Everything's all for the club and for the people, and there's a good buzz about it. And so far, I've been loving it. Just trying to get myself sorted, as Ché says. It's a bit hectic because you move over there, you're training, trying to learn the language, and moving house and bank accounts and cars. It's little stuff that you're just like, oh, I'd rather just go home and sit down and relax, but you try and get as much done as possible while you've got the time.
Torino are really big on history, Ché. Have they talked to you a lot about Denis Law, like every day?
Yeah,
okay.
I've heard a lot about him, and Graham Souness as well. I think he was the manager for
absolutely
3 months. I'm not sure what year it was, but yeah, as you said, they're big on the history. Obviously, the tragedy what happened all them years ago with the plane crash. I've yet to went up the Superga.
Superga, yeah.
But I think, you know, I'm definitely willing to give it a try.
Early May you'll all go up there, I'm sure, for the anniversary. Yeah.
And I think definitely it's just important for the city and the club to buy into everything, into the history, and just take pride in everything that they want and what's important to them.
And the fans are loving you.
Yeah, they are. I think everything's going well so far, and hopefully we can keep it up. But as I said, I'm just right now just riding the wave and enjoying every single minute of it. When
you made the move, and then Atalanta was the first game, first goal, no, I think.
Yeah. Atlanta,
You've been out of contract with Saints, and then now you've been picked up by Torino, who had a decent season last time, but come up against Atalanta, who were reigning Europa League champions, and kind of destroy them, and you, I think, assisted and score. How did you feel?
Yeah, I was obviously delighted to get off to a good start, and it was a good performance by everyone, to be honest. But as you said, it was nice to get the first goal on home soil, and the guy on the on the speakerphone when you score, it's an amazing feeling. They go mental.
Do you give it the full Ché? Adams?
Yeah. I don't know if you've seen the Scott McTominay one as well, where they go crazy, but it's same like that everywhere. I mean, they're so passionate, and they're football mad, and it's it's a passion to them. Did
your Brighton manager Roberto De Zerbi, did he have any advice or tips about how to survive Naples?
Yeah, he gave me a call before the deal was done, and asked me, am I going to Napoli? And I was like, well, I hope so. And then he was just like, well, I was a Napoli player, and the city's crazy, a bit like myself, he was saying.
Right.
But he was just saying he loved it, and he was wishing me all the best for going.
What's the craziest thing you've seen so far in Naples?
The craziest thing? I think it might be where after the games you get going home in the taxis and on the mopeds, see like the drivers. So it could be like 2 lanes, but they make it 4.
Right.
So it's a bit carnage. So I've not drove yet, and I don't think I'm going to drive anytime soon. But I think it's the driving that I think is carnage.
Right. Are they all banging on the windows as they go by with the squeezers?
Banging on the windows.
Right.
But it's, as Jay said, it's proper passionate fans, and they're happy, and they want everyone to do well, and they just love football. Yeah,
indeed. I was wondering, I was at the training before, and had Steve Clark was very nice, came over and had a chat, and he was saying that he thinks he's really seen a change in the way you're playing in the couple of months you've been down there, that you've become more. Well, he used to work with Gianluca Vialli at Chelsea, and that kind of classic Italian role of the number 9, of not only as a striker but also working as a kind of pivot, as essentially holding the ball up and bringing other people into play. Do you feel that you've changed?
I don't think so at the minute. I mean, when you're playing under different managers, like our current manager now, they expect different stuff to how Steve Clark would. So I think the role kind of changes in terms of what's expected of you, but as a person, not quite yet, no. Okay.
One of the things about going abroad is that people often say that you will develop other aspects of your game. Is there anything that you think it is going to...
Yeah, I think just being able to learn different things and what's needed of you in certain games. So I think that will definitely help me grow as a person and as a player. So I'm looking forward to expanding my skills and experience.
Nice. I would say that it's been remarkable how well you've done so far. It's
Thank you.
Still not easy to score in any of the top divisions, but in Italy too. And what have you, like 4 goals, 2 assists so far in a brand new club in a brand new country, brand new city. You don't have a network around you particularly. I think, it takes a lot of strength, I think, no?
Yeah, I guess you could say that. But as I said, I'm enjoying every single minute of it and learning about myself every day.
For football, it's amazing, and everything's football, Maradona, it's crazy.
Is it nice with all of that to come back to Scotland and kind of hang out, just be able to talk and communicate?
I think when we came back, we all were just speaking Italian for the first 2 days. Not really having a great conversation, but we're just trying. But no, it's always great coming back with the national team and meeting with all the boys. And we've got a couple of the boys over in Italy now. Of course, Lewis Ferguson's over there, who has come back from injury, and he's had a couple of top seasons there. And before going, I'm sure quite a lot of his texts to Fergie and asked what it was like, and Fergie had nothing but top words to say about the place.
Did he give you any advice of like do's and don'ts? Did you speak to him at all, Shay?
Yeah, I did. Kind of just putting a feeler out there for what the league's like and what to expect. And
what did he say?
Yeah, he said obviously everything that
because we're all really polite about it, like, oh, it's great to go across.
Yeah.
But did he say anything about, like, watch out for this, or this is tough, or it's not like that, like it was at home?
No, not really. He just said a few things about the league, how physical it is, and how physically demanding it is. And I think everyone can see that now in terms of how much they've run us. I'd probably describe it as a chess game between the managers. It's who's got the upper hand and who's trying to get one up on the other.
Right.
Instead of over here, whereas it's who can run more and who's probably got the better players, but it's over there. It's more like a chess game and more thought out.
Well, there are so many Scottish players doing so well, particularly in Italy, and you guys first and foremost. I guess the question is, what with us being at the Scotland training camp, is how that's going to impact on the national team and what the target is right now for Scotland with this generation of players that you've got making a name internationally.
For me, I think we know we've got a great group of players, and I think in the past couple of games there's been very good moments. To look back at the Portugal game and the Poland game, of course the results were very disappointing. We probably should have beat Poland. In the Portugal game, we know Portugal's a top team, and so is Poland. I'm not taking anything away, but we felt hard done by in both of the games. The change room was very quiet, and we were all very disappointed. And these two games coming up, and for the future, we know we can go out there and compete and bet ourselves against these teams and players, and it's something that we need to step up as a whole and try and go out there and make sure we start correct and take it to world teams, especially on home soil at Hampden. We want to get back to being a very difficult, aggressive team and on the front foot and try and make the fans happy again.
Absolutely. The Nations League is one thing, but beyond that, I guess from next March, World Cup qualifying starts. It's been a while since we've seen Scotland at a World Cup. Is that a target that you guys have set for yourselves?
Yeah, I think so. I think everyone believes, and the manager believes in the players to get the nation believing again, because we're coming up against probably better teams now, but I think it shows how much the nation's grown and how well we've done over previous years. So I think we just have to believe and pull in the right direction, which I think we're doing, and we'll be fine.
Okay, having international experience or experience at clubs in other countries, does it actually boost the national team? Is there a way that it materially contributes to the side?
I think so, definitely. I think it brings in just different experiences, different ideas of playing, and I think it helps the team, being that more flexible. Because in probably in most of the other nations, they've got at least 3 or 4 different people playing in different leagues. So I think it can only boost the national team. So I think I think it's a good sign for the growth of us as a nation.
Both you guys had so much experience already working with players from all over the world, managers from all over the world. But do you feel more complete as a player, even after these first few months in Naples, Billy?
I think for me it's still, you have to be able to learn. Like Che said about chess, it does feel like chess where you're working on how you play, and I'm enjoying it. And I think it can only make me better.
Okay, and hopefully only make Scotland better as well.
Of course.
Exactly.
Magnificent. All right, well, fantastic. Thank you so much, guys, for taking time out to bring us up to speed on this, as I say, fabulous story, and long may it continue. Shay, lovely stuff.
Grazie.
Prego. Grazie mille. Adesso parliamo un po'.
Un po'.
Un po'. Vabbè. Fantastic.